Everybody, this is Love is Dead, and I'm coming to you with the third matchup from the Beyond the Summit World Tour of Complexity Gaming versus TongFU. This will be the decider, the third match of this best of three. Complexity won the last game with a really early game push, and continuing on with that pressure. And the first game was won by TongFU being able to carry. That seems to be TongFU's strategy right now. Let's carry as much as just hold them off and carry, and wait until late game till you're powerful. It's really a safe strategy. Let's see if they can set it up for themselves. They're going to ban out Nagasiren and Lycanthrope. Also going to ban out Leshrac, Chen, and Tinker is going to be the bans out from Complexity Gaming. They want to make sure that they can limit that split push. These are all pushing heroes from Complexity. So they know that TongFU like to carry, but if they can get out that early push, you know, TongFU is able to get a significant advantage and able to hold off. Actually, it's more like an anti-push that they're able to do that with. And if TongFU gets Tinker and he's able to get through and hold off your lanes while they farm, it's really good for them. Lone Druid going to be the ban out from TongFU. They don't want that push coming out from Complexity from Lone Druid. Lone Druid is just such a powerful pusher, even early game. His bear actually gets a buff later on, like once he gets a couple levels up in the bear. Gets a buff to damaging towers, of all things. So he's just a really annoying hero. Alright, so Enchantress is still in the pool. Invoker and Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet I haven't seen actually a little bit lately. So let's see what Complexity decide to do with this game. They have one pickup, and then two go to TongFU. So they're going to take the Darkseer. Darkseer is going to be picked up by them. That's going to limit TongFu's ability to pick up Broodmother. So they don't get their Tinker. They don't get their Tinker or their Broodmother. I really don't think TongFu is going to go with her now that Darkseer is available for Complexity. His Ion Shell is able to melt away those spiderlings. Who are they going to pick? They couldn't pick Invoker or Nature's Prophet. That would be pretty strong, but they're probably going to go with more of like a carry role. They have still like Enigma. Enigma sometimes gets picked up in the first round here. They're going to go with Rubik. Rubik has just been seen all the time, and they're going to pick up Nature's Prophet for it. They're going to give away Invoker. I'd expect Jo to pick him. I think Jo likes picking up Invoker. And let's see who the third pickup is on Complexity. I know Darkseer was in the jungle last time, but I don't expect Complexity to use him in the jungle. So, could pick up an Enigma, could pick up an Enchantress. If they think TongFU is going to go the carry route again. Nature's Prophet isn't really strong early game, but he can take a solo lane, or he can go in the jungle. So we'll see if TongFU is going to pick up another jungling hero before they go into their final ban stage. Could pick up a support right now that they could use. We still have full range of choices available there. No support, except for Leshrac, arguably has been banned. Mostly just carries though. Hard carries, except for Chen, who's a jungler. And they're going to take the Invoker. It's probably going to go to Jo. They still have another pickup though. Let's see what do they think TongFU is going to be doing. It's really hard to say with Rubik and Nature's Prophet. They really don't give away anything. Nature's Prophet can do late game, he can do ganking, he can do pushing. And kind of carry, but not really. And they're just going to go straight with the Morphling and take that away from TongFU. Still leaves Anti-Mage in the pool. Tiny, still available too, who's been huge lately. And I like that, because I like Tiny. SK is still available, but he's not really usually gets picked up last, later on. Kind of sets up, Complexity can still take a jungler. And they should be able to do it. If they get Enigma, that'll be good for Morphling, because we'll be getting up the early game ganks once Enigma gets a decent amount of farm. But I'd be kind of surprised if Enigma got through to the next picking phase. I'm gonna go with an anti-mage, so this is just gonna be a long game. And it's gonna be a lot of team fight. If you don't see that coming, well, yeah. If you don't see that coming, let me explain. Morphling is a hard carry. Anti-mage is a hard carry. Both of them, I actually haven't seen a duel between them. Anti-mage takes a long time to farm, and then he just comes into team fights, melts away heroes in the middle of it. And that's what Morphling likes to do. TongFU really just only going with one strategy I've seen from them. Carry. Although anti-mage can kind of be used as a push just a bit, because it can blink away after using his mana burn to push down things, and the spell shield to reflect some, take away some of the damage. I'm going to reserve time here to pick out their bans. I wonder if they're going to try to, it's be a risk to give TongFU. Alright, they're going to go with Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman is popular in the Chinese scene. He's really good stunner, actually, and good push. Pops off his wards. They're able to take down towers, can hex up someone, can hold them in shackles, and deal a little bit of burst as well. Just a bit. Just enough to be dangerous. Complexity does need to pick up 2 supports though, so TongFU is probably going to ban those out. They don't have any more room for farm. Darkseer, yeah, Darkseer doesn't need a ton of farm, but Invoker usually gets a bunch of farm. Morphling takes the farm above Invoker. Kind of helps to see that the Chinese strategy of like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in terms of rank for who gets the amount of farm. It's going to be anti-mage at level 1. I'd say Nature's Prophet at 2, Rubik maybe, hard to say. Hard to say it with who they decide to pick up. And a ban out Tide Hunter, that gives that would give Complexity a good initiation. That they could continue with like a Deafening Blast plus a Meteor or a Tornado. Depends on if Invoker goes Quas Wax or Quas Exort. I don't see an Exort Wex Invoker too much. Actually, I don't really recall seeing one. You know, the final ban out here, I wonder if they're going to try to risk the, let's see, they would actually get first pick, so yeah, they're probably not going to ban out Enigma if they want him, because they'll be able to get first pick on him.
5 seconds remaining.
They could really use someone in the jungle though. I don't think they're going to be trying to run a tri-lane, although they could do that. Sand King is going to be the ban out from TongFU. They want to make sure that they don't have anti-push available to them, which is basically what they've been banning out. Counter push. And finally, the Enigma is going to be banned out from TongFU. So, Complexity now need to find another teamfight hero that they can use. Shadow Demon is still in the pool, but they don't really have someone that couples with Shadow Demon very well. Vengeful Spirit is in the pool, but they don't really have that. They don't really need another solo laner, so Beastmaster is probably not going to be a pickup. Unless they throw Darkseer in the jungle. Which they could do.
5 seconds remaining.
You got 5 seconds left, and then they got 15 seconds of reserve time to be able to decide what they want to do. Who are they going to pick up? The Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden's actually pretty good with Morphling, I think. And Venomancer is here as well. Those are 2 good picks that could come out from them, and they really don't want to give... I don't really think they want to give Venomancer... Oh, they are going to pick Vengeful Spirit. Cool. Usually don't see her picked up too much. She's kind of like a niche thing. And perhaps I'm going to pick up like an Earthshaker, an Earthshaker plus Vengeful Spirit would be pretty powerful. Actually, I'm really surprised if Earthshaker gets through this without being picked up. I really like him. I'm really not sure why he's not used more. That Fissure is really powerful. Plus plus his initiation with Echo Slam and the Aftershock. Able to deal a good amount of stun.
5 seconds remaining.
A lot of damage too.
Reserve time.
Strong in early game laning too. If you put him down bottom lane and get a solo laner that comes out too far, you can block off their exit from the jungle, or exit from the lane, and try to finish them off before the fissure goes away. Let's see who TongFU decide to pick up. They need some kind of support as well. Rubik is probably going to be played as a support, but they get 2 heroes left that they can choose. And they are going to pick up the Venomancer. That's going to give them some counter push that Complexity, really wanted to get rid of. But it's a good pickup for TongFU, slowing down someone while Anti-Mage kind of runs in and hits them early game. Plus Rubik able to stun them up and hold them up in the air too. And Sprout as well able to slow down. So they're going to have a pretty good ganking presence early game. If they can just get another good damage dealer early, they'll be pretty good against Complexity's lineup. Although Darkseer Invoker Inventions are pretty powerful, and they are going to pick up a Beastmaster. So Beastmaster's probably going to be solo lane. I'd say Invoker's going to go mid lane with Jo. We're probably going to put Darkseer actually in the jungle again. And perhaps Vengeful Spirit going to be supporting Morphling. Or they could do, I mean, Beastmaster's not really a roamer. Yeah, he's not a roamer. Darkseer isn't really either. So I wonder if it's going to be straightforward what their lanes are going to be like. Unless they decide to throw like a curveball, put Vengeful Spirit and Morphling middle lane, and Invoker going to take a solo lane. Darkseer in the jungle and Beastmaster soloing top lane. Or sorry, bottom lane. Chaos Knight is actually going to be picked up here. That is actually a really strong hero for them because they needed someone with a little bit more damage. That's pretty good mid game while Anti-Mage is able to take the late game. Perhaps they're going to put Venomancer Chaos Knight in the middle lane. Nature's Prophet solo laning. Anti-Mage and Rubik, possibly. They could put Nature's Prophet. No, they probably need to take care of Nature's Prophet. Put him in the jungle. Anti-Mage top lane supported by maybe Venomancer. It's hard to choose. It's hard to say exactly what they're going to do. But I'd expect that they're going to have someone in the jungle. Anyway, Kaboo going to be taking Rubik, Nature's Prophet played by Awoke. We have Hao going to be playing the Anti-Mage. Venomancer is going to be played by Sansheng, and Mu is going to take up the Chaos Knight. Jo going to take up his Invoker. Hannah Montana takes the Darkseer. TC on the Morphling. And get IX Mike on the Vengeful Spirit. Fluff and Stuff on the Beastmaster. Bring up your last hits right here so you can check out the action. I keep getting screwed up because of their setup. When Dyra's on the bottom, I usually think that they're on like the bottom part of the map. Like I connect the two, so I keep thinking Dyra's bottom and talk about like bottom lane and top lane in that way. It's really just switch to saying safe lane. Safe lane and hard lane. You make sure I don't screw that up again. Anyways, they're gonna go into each other's jungle. Not gonna be a team fight at level 1. Trying to counter ward, but actually not gonna find anything. Oh, we have a tree on here gonna scout it out. So I think TongFU would realize what has happened, and they're actually gonna go into lane. We're gonna have Nature's Prophet taking the top lane here. And that's just going to be a throwaway lane. Try to get as much farm as they can. And perhaps it is going to be... I wonder if Fluff and Stuff's going to rotate, or if they're... Yeah, they're going to put Hannah Montana in the bottom lane. Perhaps we're going to try lane on top. TC going in for the rune, which he's not going to be able to get. Treon is there.
The battle begins.
So the rune's not even there. So the rune's bottom lane. Kaboo picks it up. And Rubik is going to be supporting Anti-Mage. Not a bad support. And I think it's going to be a Chaos Knight. That's going to leave Chaos Knight and Venomancer dual lane in the middle. Jo is going to be taking the lane supported by IX Mike, actually. And nope, it's actually a switch, I think. Rubik is coming in the middle lane, and the Venomancer is going to go bottom lane. Going to be a little bit of switcheroo. Not really a game changer, however. Not quite a game changer. Sensing actually going kind of aggressive here on Hannah Montana, who doesn't have point in haste, and Hannah Montana sees him, getting pop out his ion shell. Get the slow out on Hannah Montana, And Sensei is just going to try to deal a little bit of damage. While Hannah Montana actually can't get in close enough to deal damage with the Ion Shell. He's just going to chase him a bit. Let's see, so the Darkseer is good in the bottom lane, solo lane, because he can do this. Actually really good against Anti-Mage, because he just pops off these Ion Shells and keeps Anti-Mage away from the lane. Because Anti-Mage is melee, he has to go all the way in and get hit by the Ion Shells anytime he wants to get a last hit. So that's a good matchup, actually. And this is an interesting matchup here with the Vengeful Spirit Invoker. Usually Invoker is solo, but Vengeful Spirit is going to help him out. Usually Rubik is solo as well. Actually, usually last game it was Rubik versus Invoker. Now they're just going to have themselves Chaos Knight versus Venomancer. Damn it! First blood going down bottom lane. Hannah Montana can't actually get away from this power. Hannah Montana has to be right back, and it's going to be pause. He needs a second. Perhaps it was a little bit of lag that was able to do that, and I'm going to skip through the disconnect. I hope I don't. Alright, game is now back in action. I don't really think I missed anything other than the first blood.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And it looks like Nature's Prophet is trying to get something in the jungle right here. Fluff himself making sure that doesn't happen. Oh look, I can actually toggle between this. Ah, we have the... Where did my last hits go? There we go. Actually, they're going Hannah Montana again. He's going to be looking low on life right here. Darkseer, yeah, very low on life. He's going to hit with the Gale now. It's going to be a second kill. Hannah Montana definitely losing this lane. This is the one thing you don't want to do in a solo lane, is die. And that is what they've done. Who got the kills on both of that instance? It was Anti-Mage and Venomancer, so 1v, 1-on-1, 1-and-1. I think you guys are tuning in. Love is dead, by the way. We get Jo here coming up. Going to get Telekinesis, Stun. We have Vengeful Spirit. I get the two V's going to be screwed up. And Sunstrike going to come out. Actually going to miss. And Fluff and Stuff is here to try to deal some damage. He's coming in to try to save the team fight. Jo is low, but we have Nature's Prophet coming in as well. Axes are going to stop the Sprout. Awoke is being low on life. And I think he's going to go down. Oh no, they have to back off, and Jo is taking. They have to be focused on Mu, who is now caught out in the middle of three heroes. They need something else to finish off the damage. He's going all the way up into the jungle, actually, and Jo goes down to a stun. But Mu actually regenerating a little bit of life. IX Mike is low on life. He's going to go down. That is another kill, double kill for the Chaos Knight early on, and Fluff and Stuff now caught out on three heroes. Fluff and Stuff is able to get the Chaos Knight. He's low on life, and we have another teleport in from Jo. He's back in action here. Awoke actually didn't go down from that, nor did Kaboo. He got a double damage rune on Hannah Montana. It's not really too useful on him. He can't really do anything with it since he has to stay back, especially since he's died twice. It's going to be a hard lane for him now to be able to get any farm. Actually, just still level 1. He's only got 125 experience. Almost going to get level 2 right now. But against a level 5 anti-mage, that is just going to be, that's just hard. I hope he doesn't, he's going to hope to just not die anymore. Going to have to stay back behind here so he can escape without dying. They're going to go, nope, they're actually not going to go on Nature's Prophet, but TC's going to try to push him back from the lane. Beastmaster has returned to the top lane to help out TC. I actually haven't seen a Beastmaster as a true support, usually in a hard lane. It's actually not that bad, really. You can use the Call of the Wild to deal a little bit of harassment. And now IX might cut out by Chaos Knight. We have Nature's Prophet coming in to stop him. Vengeful Spirit stun, and actually Rubik takes the kill on that one. Jo coming into 3 heroes. Fluff and Stuff is here as well. The Wild Axes are flying. They do kill out Kaboo. Jo is very low on life. We have to watch out, but we don't have 3 heroes are out on Mu. And we have Nature's Prophet that went down as well. Now Sunstrike is actually going to hit. Not enough damage to stop him. They need some kind of stun in order to slow him down. Morphling has a wave for him. He's going to come in. He needs a couple right clicks to be able to finish this off. Is he going to be able to get it? No, he's not going to be able to get it. He runs away. Chaos Knight gets away. And you get a lot of action early game.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Middle tower is now away, but Mu has to go back to base. And Montana now actually gets level 3. And Sansheng is not doing too bad in the jungle with pulling the creeps. What you can do is you can take out this section right here. I wish I could draw. I don't know why they took that out. Or maybe it's just a bug. But if you take out that section of trees, you can do a double pull. And actually, Hannah Montana is going to come into the jungle, try to find himself Venomancer. It's pretty aggressive by him. I guess he's just scouting. Trying to pull out the... actually, he just ended up... Did he end up double pulling? No, he didn't end up stacking that creep camp. It's not the right time for that. Invoker has to be careful in this lane now. Vengeful Spirit is... Where did Vengeful Spirit go? Running in the top lane. They've now turned it into a bit of a tri-lane. I think they're going to try to take down this tower. Take down this tower against Nature's Prophet. Going to force someone to come up top lane if they really want to defend against it. Yeah, here's what they did. They did this last game, actually. They do this to... What this does is this pushes your lane. It holds off this creep camp, this creep wave, while the second one comes in over here. And that gives them a little bit more power. They're going to have Call the Wild up probably just in time. And they're going to use the heroes that they have available here to push in this lane. And that's going to be really hard for Nature's Prophet to defend against. That might actually be a tower. Someone's going to have to TP out for it. We could do Chaos Knight. Kaboo doesn't have a TP scroll, not able to get one in the middle lane. The Anti-Mage isn't going to come out of his lane, and Venomancer actually not going to come out of the lane either, unless he runs and buys the TP scroll right now. And here it is. We got this push with the two creep waves. The Tree Ants actually can't do anything. He's only got 2 of them. And actually, they're actually going to pull him away. So it's not going to save the tower, though. I do believe they're going to use the fortification. They know what's going on now. We have Kaboo in here. He's actually kind of waiting on this. Tower goes down. Actually, a really good strategy with that double pull. Sorry, the stacking the camp, not with the double pull. We have Sansheng is actually... Nope, they're actually not going to catch them. Do TP out for it. That leaves middle tower undefended. Chaos Knight has a little bit of time to push that in. Middle tower is still being pressured. TC is way up in here. But I don't think they're going to be coming into... They don't look like they're going to go for a gank. And they're just going to give it up, actually. Nature's Prophet going to come in. They're going to try to do a little bit of a team fight right now. It's going to be Moo versus Jo. Jo going to be sent up by Rubik. Actually set up on here. Oh no, we got a Sunstrike coming out now. Sunstrike hits on TongFU or Moo. And now Fluff and Stuff is going to be focused down on... He should be able to be finished off. Although, yes, he's able to be finished off, but Nature's Prophet goes down as well. Jo is now going to have to face off How. We tried to get him out of here with the... They tried to get him out of here with the gravity, but is not able to do so. Now TongFU is going to come in really far. Morphling is here right now, trying to finish off Anti-Mage again. One more right click is able to do it, and that's a dominating streak. Triple kill from Morphling. That is great for him. Going to be taking out even the Anti-Mage for it. So that is definitely beneficial for TC. What does he have right now? He's finished up a Ghost Scepter already. Before 10 minutes into the game, he's really not worried. He actually has Power Treads, Ghost Scepter, Magic, and almost got a Ring of Basilius, looking for that Wraith Band. And I think he's going to go for the Ethereal Blade first. Not even going to worry about, not even going to really worry about the Manta Style or the Lincoln Sphere to try to save up some power. Sorry, what am I talking about? Save up some stats. Make him a little bit more survivable. Doesn't really need it so far. Anti-Mage isn't big enough. And Anti-Mage's farm is a little bit better than his, but I think total gold earned is going to be a little bit different. Yeah, total gold earned is a little bit higher on TC. I like total gold earned over less hits, just because it gives you a little bit more information and includes kills and things like that. I know they're going to find Sansheng out here. He's going to go down really easily. Sunstrike is going to be able to finish it off. That is another death. Got 8 on 7 right now. Now How is going to have to go back into his, It's actually not going to be... They have a ward up here. They could get him if they wanted to. Actually, no. It'd be really hard to lock him down without Roar. They do have the Vengeful Spirit Magic Missile, though. And now this is going to be Hannah Montana trying to get farm up against the Woke. I'm going to switch it up right now. Actually going to team fights. And Vengeful Spirit is now going to be caught off, and the axes come in while Vengeful Spirit is finished off. That is another kill. Actually, TongFU has the advantage there. There's a gold graph. Gold graph in favor of the Radiant, actually. XP graph also in favor of the Radiant. So, despite that kill on Anti-Mage and the triple kill and dominating streak on Morphling, still don't have the advantage quite yet. You got a lot of farm up on Mu as well as Anti-Mage. Invoker actually, where's Invoker? He's trailing Mu just a bit. But they're gonna try to go on someone right here. Who's gonna be the initiation? They have Roars available. They're gonna go right on Anti-Mage. You got the combination right there. You can't live through that. Finishing off Rubric as well. And now we got 3 versus Chaos Knight, and that's not gonna be good for him. TC's taking a lot of damage from the tower, but he should be able to morph up and save himself from that. He actually transfers the aggro onto Fluff and stuff. Gonna morph himself, waveform himself in. Gonna get that kill on Chaos Knight. And they get the tower to boot. So they now have a 2-tower advantage. If they get this tower in the middle lane, that is just a lot of map control for them. Jo actually not getting the double damage rune. He's gonna give it to Fluff and stuff. Beastmaster bottle double damage rune. They love to fill up his bottle. He's been doing some great ganks early on. The Primal Roar really working its magic. Only an 80-second cooldown. He's got 22 seconds left before you can do it yet again. So TongFU doesn't want to keep caught out like this. They're not even trying to get farm on Morphling anymore. They're just trying to get kills with him. He's got the Ring of Aquila now finished off, and well on his way to his Ethereal Blade. And Rubik actually goes down in the middle lane while I'm talking about something else. And now IX Mike goes down to Chaos Knight, well, Beastmaster teleports. No, actually, it wasn't Beastmaster. Invoker teleports himself out. And then they're pushing this tower. TC coming in. He is level 10, or actually level 11 versus these heroes who are actually nowhere near him. He's still pretty big. They got everything on, what is he, do they have total experience? Unless it's kills assist, hero level. Hero level, we got, nope. Yeah, XP per minute. XP per minute is still pretty high on TC, so he actually has a little bit of an advantage there over Anti-Mage. We'll go with total build round. This tier 1 tower in the middle lane, it gives it a lot of vision, so they don't really want to lose it. A lot of useful vision for that. Especially now that they don't have, without that tower, they're not going to have easy access to Roshan if Complexity want to go for it. Complexity really had this early game down against TongFU. They've been using it as much as they can. They won the last game with it, weren't able to get it in the first game. But we'll have to see how big Anti-Mage gets. He's got his Battle Fury at 14 minutes, so now he's going to be safe in the jungle. So even pushing in this lane, they have to take over the entire jungle to be able to stop Anti-Mage, and this looks like they're going to want to do. IX Mike here has the Roar, and I think they're going to figure out where How is. They go down south just a bit. They're going to find him. They're going to run in right here. We get a Roar popped off. We have Morphling coming in, and a Sunstrike that finishes off yet another kill on Anti-Mage. And that is Invoker that takes the kill. Is that enough for them to decide to go for Roshan, perhaps? They don't have a medallion up. No medallion, but they're going to go on them anyway. They have all this map control. They're able to do this. Anti-Mage is down for like 20 seconds, and no one else is here. What do we got on Nature's Prophet? What does he have? He has Mechanism, so that's good for him, although not really ready for a team fight. You know, like he's not like a massive team fight presence with it. He's just pretty good. They've been doing some great work with this roar, though. They've been using that as soon as it comes off cooldown. They go for ganks. Roshan goes down. They have they give that up to they give the Aegis of the Immortal to TC. It's a really good choice because they've been using him in the ganking. How many last hits does he have even? I mean, actually, he's still compared to. He's still comparable actually to How, even though he's been doing all this ganking and roaming. They're going to push in this lane while they got 4 heroes up here. They're actually smoked up for this. perhaps they are waiting for something right now. They kind of know what's going to happen. IX Mike may be caught out right now. Yes, he's going to be caught out by Chaos Knight. We get the stun to start it off with Venomancer plus Rubik. And they're going to swap him. He's going to swap himself up, but it is not enough to get away. They have the Chaos Reality Rift to bring him in and finish him off. Now TC has an Invis rune, so he's not going to be seen, but he needs to be careful. Anti-Mage looking pretty ripe right now for TC. This Hannah Montana got up right now. Does he have anything cool? He's looking for a headdress, not a headdress. Head thingy. Hood. Let's have a soul ring finish up. Jo has a 4 staff. Just some boots. No phase boots yet. We got Nature's Prophet. Doesn't have anything new. What is Anti-Mage? Anti-Mage probably still has his Battle Fury. He just bought boots. Actually doesn't have his power treads. That's probably why he was able to get it at 14 minutes. The Battle Fury, because he didn't get treads first, or even boots. Just left him vulnerable to attack. And they're going to group up middle lane and push down this tower. That's why Morphling is such a good hero. You can really use him just anywhere. He's been useful in these early game ganks. Actually taking a lot of damage right now from the tower. Has to back himself off, but this tower is low on life. They really don't want to get it denied, and actually Rubik is able to get them denied. It's not too terrible though. That still gives them a 3 tower advantage. 2500 gold they missed. Wait for himself in, then blink himself out with his replicate. Yeah, Anti-Mage is going to sit in the jungle for now. They really have to make sure he doesn't get too much farm. And Beastmaster's trying to get some farm up here with his ancient stack. That's what Beastmaster does. Actually gets really good farm with this. Finished up an urn on him, has 1,000 gold. We'll see what he decides to go with. I think perhaps this icon could be... Yeah, his icons could be updated, I think. Probably see that coming. He's one of the earlier heroes. I've seen a bunch of updates for him, actually. They updated his little Call the Wild dudes. They updated his... one of the first reskins for him. Actually has a pretty good amount of farm right now. You should be able to buy up that. Should be able to buy up that hood soon enough. Probably gonna go for a pipe up on him. Essential Spirit going for... Actually, no sign of... Perhaps Vengeful Spirit's gonna go for the mechanism. And they're just both looking to farm. Complexity have the advantage in terms of map control. They need to start using it and stop Anti-Mage from farming the jungle, which is what they're doing. Morphling farming up the jungle, actually. So he's still getting his last hits, actually falling a little bit behind Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage now is 110 versus 94. And they're looking for him right now. Rubik actually has himself a replicate, but that's going to wear off pretty soon. Badger came out to him. What does that mean for him? I think they're just sending back his bottle so he can continue in this jungle. But now he's going to be caught out. He's going to be caught out here by Chaos Knight. Going to wait for him up. Going to be found by Venomancer. Venomancer going to hit off the slow. There he goes. Venomous Gale. We're going to Reality Rift him in. I think it's going to be his death. They're going to stun right now. Still need to deal enough damage to be able to kill him. And Venomancer coming in. And they're actually going to let him go with a waveform. Actually, I wonder why they didn't finish him off. Probably after they were trying to wait for the team fight? I don't know why they stopped hitting him. Perhaps they're waiting for Anti-Mage to try to get the kill, but that was a little bit greedy, because now it's going to be a full team fight. And who is going to get this? We have 2 Forward Spirit spells up in here, and I think they're going to try to avoid one another. I hear a lot of TPs going around. We have 4 heroes here. Morphling is not here. There's a mechanism almost really close. Well, not really close, but mechanism started on Fluff and Stuff. I'm going to continue pushing this lane. Perhaps I'm going to try to go with the tier 2 tower. TongFU really doesn't like to hit the team fights. Once they see that they don't have the complete advantage, they'll back off and try to anti-push. But Anti-Mage now just getting a little bit out of control with this farm. I mean, he's just at the rate he's going up versus TC. They're trying to get themselves a courier. TC's not actually going to be able to finish that off and get a Primal Roar going off, cutting off an illusion. What is this Primal Roar cooldown to? About his Primal Roar cooldown is actually still at 80. Goes down to what, 70? It's only 10 seconds. Still very short. TC coming back with his bottle and an Ethereal Blade now finished off for him. He's going to be looking to initiate on team fights very soon. We're going to have a teleport up trying to get themselves Hannah Montana. Hannah Montana goes down really quickly. Jo now in here. They need to be able to stun him up. Power is going to be the focused one. We're going to sprout up here. Reality Rift going to stop him. Going to take a lot of damage. Force staff himself away. Able to get away from that. The ultimate popped off here from Moo. And the team fight is disengaged. And TC's going to farm up the middle lane. Has to back himself off. I mean, the game isn't over when you have an anti-mage, and he is not being absolutely shut down. So it may just be a carry game yet. Carry versus carry. We'll have to see what the team fights turn out to be. Complexity is really trying to push their advantage with towers, although they're not getting the XP advantage. Gold advantage is in their favor. They're not getting the kills that they want with this push that they keep going for, and anti-mage is just still farming. Still able to move around and get farm. I think they need to like focus on one area, although TongFU is a master of the split push, so it's going to be hard for Complexity to be able to focus. That seems to be what the answer is right now. Get as much mobility as you can and make sure that none of your lanes get pushed in too far, where Complexity feels strong enough that they can make it die for a tier 2 tower. Losing this tier 2 tower would be pretty big. Actually, that would lose your mobility to the jungle in terms of TP for anti-mage. This tower wouldn't be so bad, but it gives really close access to your tier 3 tower. So I'd say this tower right now is a priority. But I haven't seen TC be more aggressive now. I mean, he's got his Age to the Immortal, got an Ethereal Blade. He could just pop off heroes left and right if he wants to, but they haven't decided to go in yet and try to force a full team fight. Which may be the answer to the split push that's going on right now. Nature's Prophet has finished off his mechanism. Now his Hand of Midas, who's looking for the late game farm. A little bit late on the Hand of Midas, but we'll see if that works. And they're going to go for the smoke gank. And they're perhaps going to catch themselves out of team fight right now. They're going to find themselves anti-mage. They need to make the initiate. The roar goes off on anti-mage. The Sunstrike is going to follow it up. He's low on life, and he's not going to be finished off. He's able to get away. Rubik steals the primal roar. Fluff and Stuff is stopped, and the team fight does not. The team fight does not happen. No one goes down. Actually, now TC is caught out by Chaos Knight. They tried to go on him, but Chaos Knight is able to get away. Fluff and Stuff still invisible. Has a rune. But sometimes it's Primal Rush, it doesn't have that initiation. No one goes down, and where is Anti-Mage? I just heard him. He is back down here, still getting farm, and has full life after he goes back to the tower, back to the fountain. 162 last hits on him. Pulling away just a bit from Morphling. But the next 3 heroes that have the most farm are on the dire side. And they're pretty good ones too. Darkseer, Invoker. Now they're going to pressure in this tier 2 tower. In the middle lane, you're going to have Jo out here. He's probably going to move out of that way soon. Now we have TongFU trying to come in from the side. They're going to look for TC. They're going to get a 4-second stun up on him, but no follow-up. No follow-up available. Venomancer ultimate has popped up, but he's going to be low on life, and TC tries to finish him off. Actually, a nice Sunstrike going to finish him off, and Vengeful Spirit is going to be caught out. Vengeful Spirit goes down, so the supports are focused down and finish off. And that is the end of that team fight. That was actually a really nice Sunstrike. I'm kind of surprised that it was able to hit. Venomancer just wasn't moving. I'm not sure if maybe he got hit with the stun from a magic missile that I missed. That was probably it. That's why he probably stopped moving. Venomancer is sort of a suicide hero. I mean, he just pops off his ultimate and then dies most of the time. Usually they try to kill him before he's able to pop off that ultimate. It's just deals some brutal damage over time. And one time, I haven't seen a wall pop out from him. He just finished up his mech. Sorry, pipe. And I think Complexity have decided that they really need to go for these team fights. Perhaps they're going to keep trying it, but they really need to make them happen. They need to have a good initiation. No, what they really need is to get some kind of good initiation. They're able to do it, and they're going to go for Roshan again. Actually, I don't even think the Aegis was completely burned on TC. I don't even think he actually went down. So it just kind of stayed and wasted away. And they're going to melt him pretty fast. TongFU is turtling really well. That's pretty much their specialty. They've been getting some good initiations. And able to stop the team fights. Stop the team pushes. I'm just continuing up with the split push. It's always been pretty even though. I haven't seen the creep wave go down too far without the heroes behind them. How coming in pretty dangerous up here, but they don't have any way to come up and initiate because they could come to this tower, but he should still be able to blink away. He has finished up his Manta style now, so he's starting to get big, starting to get anti-mage big, if you know what I mean. Look at this, 222 last hits, definitely pulling away from TC at this point. TC is now under fire, and they haven't been able to get the team fights that they were using in early game to get him up. Anti-mage actually just melts away Darkseer. Well, I thought there was going to be some kind of a team fight happening. I'm still going to stay down here though because I think that there's going to be something happening. We have TongFU setting up on here, and they're going to wait. They got a little bit of a bait. There are four of them up here. I'm going to go for this tier 2 tower. I'm going to go for a trade. Anti-mage is to be able to push the entire thing by himself. Gets that tier 2 tower, trades for the tier 2 tower, so they still keep their little bit of an advantage. Morphling going to be stunned up with a 4-second stun. They're not going to follow it up though. And it's going to be TPs out. Make sure anti-mage isn't able to push in this tower and deal even more damage to it. Anti-mage split pusher, not that bad. What's he going for now? Oh man, it's slipping my mind what his next item is. It'll come to me. Anyways, middle tower is just going to be taken out by the creeps. Should be able to be in deny range, yeah, Invoker gets the deny on that one. So the masters of the split push are able to split push away. While Complexity try to push in, they decide that they need to make their team fight or their strategy isn't going to really work too well. Morphling now needs to start bulking up a little bit more because he's not as powerful as he once was against this anti-mage. What is it, level 18 versus level 16? We're going to see. And we have Smoke Gank again. They're going to look for another team fight or try to pick someone off. The haste up on Vengeful Spirit, they're going to look for the initiation with her. Followed up by a Beastmaster ultimate would be pretty powerful. I think they're going to find themselves awake. They got both at the same time. That's not really good stacking, but they should be able to finish her off anyway. Could have made it a little bit longer stun, but they really didn't even need it. But TongFU knows it's happening. They smoke themselves up. They're going to look for a kill and Invoker. Oh man, he is stunned up initially quite soon. Almost immediately. And they're able to take him out. Now pushing this tier 2 tower. Anti-mage popping off his Manta style for this. They should be able to get it. Their complexity is just not even anywhere near close enough to be able to defend against this. And there goes their tower. Middle tower is now fallen. That 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so now the tower advantage has now been evened up. You got a monster kill. Morphling is actually going to take out Chaos Knight. Where was that? Where did Chaos Knight go down? Completely missed that one. Oh, down bottom lane. He was continuing his push. Probably with a replicate. That's why he was still down there. Kills are what Morphling needs if he's not going to be farming to try to beat out Anti-Mage. It's really hard to stop this split push with the strategy that they have going, and actually they're going to catch out Kaboo right now. But I'm not sure if this is going to be enough damage. We need to get a little bit of a slow coming out. But oh no, send up onto the high ground. It always sucks. IX Mike is going to be able to finish him off. That's the second time Rubik has been able to do that. Put someone up on the high ground. Now you just have to wait until the courier comes out to get him away. Yeah, no, Force Staff Invoker. Able to get him out of that. Kind of irritating. Actually going with the Quas X-Sword build. I thought he was going Quas back, so I might have said that earlier on. I guess that was kind of obvious, but they're actually going to take a free tower right now. Actually not quite so free, that doesn't definitely split push. And they're just going to kind of go for try to destroy each other's bases as fast as possible. This tower going down to be not so great. We have a wall coming, no wall actually, just a gravity vacuum. That wall is actually going to be quite useful. I mean, if they can hit the wall on Anti-Mage plus replicate Anti-Mage, that would put him at a big disadvantage. But that is quite situational. They'll have to be ready for that, as well as TongFU would have to group up for that, which they don't like doing. Complexity is not afraid of the group ups. TongFU isn't exactly afraid, but they know that their strength is in their ability to push all the lanes out. And Roshan is not up for a couple minutes. Still has not burned this Aegis. Third one would be Cheese. That would give another big pushing ability. Ability to push. Nature's Prophet is now farmed up quite a bit. He's got his Aghanim Scepter, Power Treads, Mechanism, Hand of Midas, and he's going to be using his ability to split push even more. He was in the jungle, kind of staying back from the team fights for a little while, but now he's back inside. Back in the game. What do we got here? We got Vengeful Spirit. Got the medallion. Not much. Looking for a Scythe of Vice, I think, on Invoker, but he doesn't even have. And still has his Circlet. Didn't go for the Bracer and the Drum of Endurance. Now we got to push up here in the top lane from How, as well as the rest of the TongFU, and they're going to try to go. This tower is at half health. And is Fluff and stuff going to be caught out right now by Venomancer? Get a ward up here to give themselves some vision. They know he's here. Oh, they're going to go on right on to him. They're going to be slowed down. We have Morphling going to come in, but just going to push back Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage Illusions coming in to deal damage. Yeah, Anti-Mage is pretty good against Morphling because he can take out all of Morphling's mana and stop that ability for Morphling to use to morph himself, more health. Actually, a Heart now finished up on Anti-Mage, so he's looking for the tankiness, looking for the safe play. We got a Sunstrike coming out here from Invoker. IX Mike low on health. We now have a wall up. We have a wall plus a Roar. They're able to, they have Chaos Knight replicated up, and we have a Godlike Streak coming out on Morphling. Morphling gets a kill. Morphling gets another kill on Chaos Knight, as well as Venomancer, as well as Rubik. It's a triple kill plus a kill on Nature's Prophet. This team fight is going way the way of TC. That wall is just way too powerful, especially if you have an Anti-Mage. Were they able to replicate Anti-Mage? Yeah, they were able to replicate Anti-Mage. That's a ton of damage he's able to do. And if Darkseer gets the Aghanim Scepter, which I don't see him building, but that would give him an extra 140% damage if he has it. Right now it's only at 80%. But that would be level 3, so an extra 120, it would be 120% damage. And then they go for the push while the team is down. Buybacks, you know, I don't really even know if they need to buy back because they still have Anti-Mage here, and Rubik, and Venomancer are up. Chaos Knight coming up really soon. Fortification's going to be able to stop the push. So as I said, that Replicate, Darkseer is really good against an Anti-Mage, especially if Replicate gets popped off. I couldn't tell, there were too many illusions for me to tell if Morphling got off the Replicate as well. And what is this? Oh, that was a tower. This is a tower missile. I think. Fluff himself with a double damage rune. He has finished up his mechanism plus phase boots. Matisse has got a Mantis Style BKB plus Ethereal Blade. Perhaps going for a Butterfly next, I'm not even really sure. Doesn't really have much in the way of farm to be able to do that with. Be able to get that with quite yet. Chaos Knight, Drum of Endurance, Black King Bar. It's mostly a tanky initiate, basically. His team fight right now with the farm he has, he can be focused down on pretty good. But his 4-second initiate is really huge. We have a smoke up here from 4 heroes. I think Morphling is the only one. Morphling is the only one without the smoke. I'm gonna try to go. We gather up with Morphling, so this is now a 5-man. Fluff and Stuff will be the initiate with a Primal Roar. I think I try to go. They could be able to get a woke, but they're actually not going to do it. Fluff and Stuff gets caught out, gets seen by the Treants, and has to back off. The rest of his team is going to go in for Roshan. I guess that was just a scout to make sure that they were able to do it. With the amount of damage, they should be able to melt it quickly. I don't even know if... I think TongFU may have seen this. Yeah, they should have with the ward that they have. But Roshan just melts away way too quickly before they can do anything about it. The top tower is even pushed in by Hao. He's going to get sheathed up. Jo finished off the Scythe Device, which is a great item to have against Anti-Mage. But look at those illusions just dealing a ton of damage to Jo. He has to run away from them. They do get the tower though, and wow, Mu is just kind of going to come in here. Hao is not going to back away. He's level 22 right now versus level 20 Morphling. And they aren't going to wait around for this. Don't want to get caught up with another Darkseer wall, which is up. But no one's going to be able to get the... They're not going to be able to get the initiate. Move my microphone. 361 last hits. It's pretty big on an anti-mage. If I do say so myself. Yeah, he is going for the butterfly. He does have that eagle song up. She's actually now on Fluff and Stuff. I think they still keeping the Aegis of the Immortal up on Morphling. And now Complexity Gaming is up on the back foot. TongFU is taking over their jungle, which is what I expected Complexity Gaming to do to shut down Anti-Mage. But Anti-Mage was just able to go into the top lane and push through there, get his farm there when they tried to go into the jungle. But this map control that TongFU is taking control of is pretty huge because it denies farm to Morphling, who is now 100 last hits away from Anti-Mage. So total gold, 20,000 on Anti-Mage, 19,000 on Morphling. We got Darkseer caught out here in the bottom lane. No, sorry, Darkseer catches out Nature's Prophet while he's trying to push in. But I think there's going to be the rest of TongFU here to answer back with that. They actually missed with the Venomous Gale. Chaos Reality Rift is up. They do pull in. They do put off the wall. And Fluff and Stuff is looking pretty low on health right now. And Nature's Prophet coming back in. We've got Anti-Mage going to get a kill on Vengeful Spirit. And now Fluff and Stuff is going to take a lot of damage. He's probably going to go down to Chaos Knight. One more right click is able to do it. And now Hannah Montana is going to hit up with a Sprout. The illusions from Mu are going to deal a good amount of damage to him. He's held up here by Rubik and is able to be finished off as well. Darkseer buys back into the game. They can't lose this barracks. This big push up here though. Where did Anti-Mage go? He's still split pushing. They're taking down their barracks. There's the end of that barracks. Now Morphling comes in here. He's going to morph himself in, try to get themselves awake. Awake is going to go down. We get another... And Mu is going to be... Nope, he's actually not going to be finished off. Well, Anti-Mage comes in with this tower. He's not even using him in the team fight. They're just using it to split push. It's extremely dangerous. He's been very good with it. Really powerful use of Anti-Mage. Especially with TongFU's... leads right into TongFU's strategy. He's just really fast. With that blink every 4 seconds. He's just incredibly mobile. Almost has a talisman. Actually has the entire... I think that's the end. I think that's his butterfly. No, he's really huge. He's just huge. Those Morphling have to answer back with that. Just boots of travel. which gives him a lot of mobility with his replicate. But I think he needs more damage. I really think he needs more damage to hold up against anti-mage, or just anyone on the radiant side. He needs to be able to take him out quickly. So Fluff and stuff being now TongFU is caught out. He has a Scythe of Vice right here. He's still able to blink away if he can get away, but a roar coming out onto him. He's going to take a lot of damage right now. Actually, it looks like he's going to be finished off, and he does. Invoker is going to finish off Anti-Mage, and I don't think he has buyback. No, he has no money. He does not have enough money for buyback. And Nature's Prophet coming in, going to get finished off as well. And is going to be finished off Mu as well. I think that is his. So there's 3 heroes down. No, could buy back. Can't buy back on him. Could buy back on Chaos Knight. So I don't think they're going to be able to, remains to be seen whether or not they're going to be able to push against what they have going. I don't think they have enough time to do so. Really don't think there's going to be enough time to be able to get a tower. 30 seconds. 30 seconds to 2 heroes, 50 seconds to the anti-mage. They're going to push in the middle lane. This is the power of the map control that TongFU had. Oh, they are going to catch off Kaboo. Kaboo goes down. He buys back into the game. And now they're going to pressure. They are going to be able to get a tower. They still have time. Anti-Mage buys back into the game. He's going to come in. Right now, they're going to push back Complexity Gaming. The Morphling replicates are still here to deal damage from the Manta style. They're backing themselves away. Not able to get the tower. And even still, with that barracks down, they don't even have to worry about pushing in this top lane. They can just focus on the middle and bottom lane and not worry about it. Just even more of an advantage for TongFU with the strategy that they have going. But they are still looking up for some farm. Nature's Prophet has Agnum Scepter. I think he already had Agnum Scepter. Yeah, last time I checked in on him. So just use his money for buyback. What does Invoker have? Invoker has the Scythe of Vice, as we've been seeing. Blink Dagger up on him. Force Staff, Blink Dagger, going to give him a ton of mobility. Again, they really can take a team fight. Well, can they? Experience going the way of the Dire, so yeah, they can take a team fight. Except for the gold, which is in favor of the Radiant. So much gold on Anti-Mage. But TongFU is really not letting themselves be caught out. They're actually smoked up going into the top lane here. I'm going to go right for the barracks and then only Morphling to sit here while the rest of the team is just looking for something. Aren't able to get it. You have to come back and defend. Flexi really wanted to get their ganks off, but somehow TongFU is on top of it. They seem to know exactly what Flexi is going to do. I suppose they knew that Complexity had been going for their jungle a lot. I'm actually going to start on to How. He's alone yet again, and he's going to be finished off quite quickly. That is not good. It's definitely not good to let Anti-Mage get killed like that. Not sure what they were thinking. Should have gone in with the whole team. JL low, but he's going to go back into the tower. He can force staff himself away. It may not be an initiate. Maybe actually may not be an initiate. It may be just a means for him to escape. Because force staff isn't stopped by damage like Blink Dagger is. And once you're away with force staff, you can probably have about 3 seconds before you can blink. So you should be able to escape when he has to initiate with the Scythe of Vice. And the tower goes down. They're going to focus in on these barracks. And they're going to melt away to Morphling right now, who now has the Helmet of Dominator. And they're going to pull TongFU. Mu is going to pull himself in. Vengeful Spirit going down. Cheapest Guard popped off. Going to slow down Mu. Get a roar on him. Finishes off Chaos Knight. San Sheng is low, but he's not going to be finished off. I'm going to try to go for the tower. That is a Rax going the way of Complexity Gaming, which is good for them. And the bottom tower is now being pushed in by Nature's Prophet, though, and that is going to go down, and they need to come back and defend if they want to make sure that they don't lose another Rax, but they are going to get the Rax bottom lane, and the second set will go down as well. They're going to start more teleporting themselves away, and be able to defend against their barracks. So now they have the advantage in barracks. 2 lanes now to them versus just 1. Venomancer, actually, while I'm talking, I kind of blanked out there, sorry about that. But Venomancer kills off Darkseer, and now Nature's Prophet goes down. He buys back into the game. I'm not even sure he really needed to buy back. Not quite sure that he needed to buy back. I think his team could have been able to defend. Perhaps they were thinking that Complexity was going to continue their push. Or with another push. An interesting turn of events. Now Morphling is actually kind of catching up to Anti-Mage. Helmet Dominator up on him. He's got 4,000 gold, saving up for buyback. Probably looking for a Satanic. He's got that lifesteal able to help him out. He only has 1 point in strength. They morph it all into agility late game. At 24 when he has enough health to survive long enough. And then they have a roar going off on Sansheng. Sansheng is going to be caught out. We have Invoker going to be hitting off with the combination. We have TC going to be focused down on, though. He's able to morph himself into strength. Sansheng is now caught out in the middle of this. He goes down. And it looks like they're going to work on themselves on how is able to pop him off. But oh no, we have the wall coming out right now. And now it looks like everyone is able to get away, and they're going to go for yet another Roshan. Look at all these powers up on Morphling, all the buffs. Roshan goes down really quickly, picked up the Age of the Immortal on TC. They're going to blink themselves away, try to get themselves teleported back. And now Hao is up in here in the top lane. They're going to try to continue with their counter push. Anti-Mage is going to send off his illusions and then blink himself out. Actually, the illusions just deal a lot of damage with that heart. They're able to survive a lot. Actually, they have to use quite a few abilities to be able to stop that creep wave from pushing in. But TongFU doesn't like to press the matter. They just like their split push. It's not exactly going their way though. If they lose this third set of racks, that means that is mega creeps. Mega creeps would be bad for them. It would just take more time. Anti-Mage should be able to handle it, but some of the other later heroes might not be able to stop the mega creeps from pushing in. And I've really never seen a comeback from 3 Raxes down. But it is late game, so it's hard to say. We have Primal Roar going off, going to catch off Sansheng. An Invoker Sunstrike going to come in. Morphling going to come in. Venomancer Ultimate is going to be able to pop off, but Venomancer does go down. He buys back into the game to come into this fight, trying to be able to stop in this push. And I think they're going to rotate to the top lane. I don't know if they're going to, or maybe they're going to try to go completely for a Rax. Oh, they're just going to finish off this. I didn't realize that there was a range barrage still up. But that is now no longer the case. And the middle barracks goes down. And now the Radiant Strike, they're going to go for the throne right now. They're going to try to see what they can get. They're coming in a little bit far now that Anti-Mage is in here. They're going to try to get themselves away. We got a wall coming out right now. Going to replicate themselves up. Hannah Montana is going to be finished off, but now we have Deafening Blast coming out. Chaos Knight is in the middle of 3 heroes. A lot of damage still coming out into them. Complexity hasn't lost another hero quite yet. Now they lose 2. Now TC is low. He has to get out of here. And we have Invoker going to be trying to ghost walk himself away. Awoke going to be trying to actually pops himself in the wrong spot. There's a little bit of a mixed click right now. He can't even get close, but Fluff and Stuff is going to be killed off by Anti-Mage, I think. He's going to try to run away, trying to juke away, but actually just making sure that they don't get to find themselves JR. So he suicides himself to save Invoker. Buys back into the game. So it's a little bit of damage to that tier 4 tower. Power of the wall. Power of the wall. So it's even hard for them to win a team fight. Well, I think they had everyone there, but they weren't able to win that team fight. This is looking pretty scary for TongFU. They need to be able to get a push in. They want to keep doing it. They're going to keep trying to deal with their strategy. Both teams really not giving up on their initial strategy, not changing up their route. Fluffenstuff just continuing with the initiate. I mean, he's just using it so much. 45 seconds now with the Aghanim Scepter. They're looking for someone. I think they're gonna anti-mage illusions are down here. I wonder if they're gonna try to find themselves profit. They're wasting a lot of money on them from buyback. They're gonna blink themselves in. Jo gonna be the stun the Jo gonna be the initiation, and they're gonna Mage's profit is gonna go down. And I finally don't think that he can buy back into the game. Yeah, I don't think he can buy. He doesn't have enough money to buy back into the game. So that is Nature's Prophet, who is down for 70 seconds. But look where Anti-Mage is. He smoked himself up right here, and he's just going to go try to get the racks himself, while the rest of Complexity is down in the bottom lane. He should go, and he's waiting just a little bit to make sure he's safe. He knows he is. We're going to teleport up here. We got a fortifications to come out. Jo is back here, blinking himself out of here. 4 heroes are TPing themselves back. They want to make sure that they don't lose the barracks to this. They do have to pull themselves back and aren't able to continue with their counter push, although TC is still here, level 25 up on him. He now has a Satanic, so that's going to give him lifesteal and increase his lifesteal to 125% for 3.5 seconds with the active ability on that. So that makes him very, very tanky. Looks like Hao doesn't have any new items quite yet. Had to waste a lot of money on buyback. So I think Morphling still has the upper hand here in terms of farm, because of all the buybacks Anti-Mage had to do. And oh, they're going to look like they're going to try to find themselves Hao. We have the ultimate coming out from Anti-Mage, and it looks like going to try to finish off Fluffenstuff. But Hao's going to go down right here, down to Morphling. He has to buy back into the game yet again. Awoke is again here, but he's going to be focused down on finish off. Deafening Blast going to stun him up. We have a wall over here as well, making sure Kaboo can't get in here. And it looks like Chaos Knight is going to come in, stunning up TC. TC's getting low on life right now, and Anti-Mage is here trying to finish him off. But oh man, that Unholy Rage is able to make sure TC can do the man fight against him. We have Aegis the Immortal is only burned. And Anti-Mage, they may lose him for this one. And they may Jo is able to get away with his Ghost Walk. So they did burn the Aegis on Morphling, but caused yet another buyback from the Anti-Mage. And Dire loses their courier.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And it looks like the creeps have been doing their job here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The middle tower now is middle tower has been defended. It's a really good team fight. Well, it's hard to say. I mean, they did burn Aegis, but they had to buy back with Anti-Mage. You know, Hao got caught out. He shouldn't have been up there. Probably shouldn't have tried to. I think he was caught though. I don't think he tried to come in and initiate. The Darkseer wall was able to stop Rubric from coming in even further. And I'm really surprised that Rubric hasn't been taken that. Where is Rubric? Yeah, Rubric only has Adaptive Strike, with all the abilities to take. And they're going to continue with their push. TC now coming in, and the Venomancer is picked off. I forgot about this. The benefit of the Boots of Travel and Fluffenstuff is that the Boots of Travel can be used on any of Fluffenstuff's guys. I think this this is looking like a final push right now. They're going to go actually for the top lane. Venomancer buys back into the game, and they're going to go on this top tier 1 tower. It's melting away quite quickly. Venomancer is up here. He gets swapped in, and Chaos Knight is taking a little bit of damage before he stuns up Jo. Jo is in the middle of this Deafening Blast, able to stop that, man. Chaos Knight goes down. That is not good. TC TC is going to be finished off. Actually, TC is down. He buys back into the game, needs to come back, but I don't think they're going to be able to stop Anti-Mage for this one. And then buyback again from Invoker. And they want to make sure that they can't get that, they don't want to lose anything for this team fight that they definitely just lost. There's no way they can stop Invoker, they can stop Anti-Mage right now. Fluffensup is able to use that to get away. We got a Sunstrike just dealing a tiny bit of damage to How. And I think, nope, he's not here, but Morphling is now coming in back here. And we have a lot of damage. Hannah Montana looking low on life right now. The Darkseer wall is not up. And now TC is going to be pulled in, sheeped up, and now we have a good vacuum. And How is taking a lot of damage. He goes down very quickly. He doesn't have buyback now available. He just used it. And now Venomancer is going to be focused down on. That is definitely not good. 90 seconds without Anti-Mage is a huge problem. And I have a Sunstrike going out, not able to actually hits Venomancer, but he is not finished off. You get a double kill here with Morphling finishing off Nature's Prophet. You have the illusion of Anti-Mage coming in to finish off Sanshang, and that's probably what was dealing the damage back to Anti-Mage plus Morphling and his Manta-style illusions. 60 seconds without Anti-Mage, I think that is GG. They're going to go right for it, and look at that tower melt, that Ancients melt away. Alright, GG has been called out. That was a fun game to watch, fun game to cast, a lot of team fights. I'm Love is Dead, and perhaps I'm a little bit tired after that one. But thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed watching. Here's the final stat screen for you. Signing off.